Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can perform a one sample proportion test using Microsoft Excel and my add-in stikpetE. This add-in you can download from my GitHub account. You can download it, open Excel, go for File, Options, Add-ins, and then select Go. Click on Browse and search for your downloaded file. That should give you access to all the functions that are in this add-in, and if you want to not use any add-ins, I have a separate video on that. Now, this one sample proportion test can be used instead of a one sample binomial test, which would be the exact version, and it's usually only used if you have very large data. There are two options in here, either a score test or a Wald test, and the difference has to do with which proportion is actually used in the calculation of the variance. Now, stikpetE has two functions. The TS, or a lot of functions, but the ones of interest here are the score OS and TS Wald OS. They have the same parameters. There's data, which is just your data, and make sure it's a specific range or not an entire column. And then optional, you can select which two categories you want to compare. The expected proportion for the first category, and if you like you can use a Yates continuity correction. I have here a few examples. So for example, the first one, if I double click on this, you can see it's simply using TS score and then no continuity correction whatsoever. And it reports the sample size that was used, so there were 46 cases, the Z value, the test statistic, the corresponding two-tailed p-value, and the description of the test that was actually used. You can see a few other examples down here where I'm using the Wald test. Here I'm using the score test with a Yates continuity correction. It's referring to this one. And here the same with Wald's. As you might notice, they are all below 0.05. Usually you only run one, so first make a choice, then run the test. But all of them are below 0.05, which is usually the threshold. The assumption in this case, because I haven't set a expected proportion, it automatically assumes 50-50, so 0.5. So it's highly unlikely that you have a result as in this example, or even more extreme if in the population the percentages for the two categories would be 50-50. That chance is so low that we therefore reject that assumption and therefore conclude that there is a significant difference. You can run, for example, the tab frequency command to quickly figure out how often specifically each option was chosen. Alright, and that's how you can actually perform the score or Wald test using the stikpetE add-in. These are the sources that I've used for this, and I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.